Anyway, our first story is that Japanese government calls on Sora 2, the maker of OpenAI, to refrain from using copyrighted characters from manga and anime and stuff. Essentially, there's OpenAI, and then Sora 2 is like a program within OpenAI. Is that right?
It's a website that people use. I don't know if you've seen like the Chainsaw Man versus.
Oh, is it like the live action One Piece stuff that isn't like the actual live action?
Kind of, yeah. It's all really good.
So the Japanese government asked OpenAI to refrain from using copyrighted shit, and they're hoping that OpenAI will voluntarily comply, essentially. So the thing about Japan is that they want to be the most AI-friendly country in the world, with some principles and things dealing with like copyrighted materials and like other problematic AI use.
Okay, like deepfakes and stuff.
I would assume so, but the article focused on like copyrighted material.
Okay.
But hopefully.
Okay.
They say they'd invoke principles from the AI Promotions Act. The act doesn't actually specify any actual penalties for the misuse of AI. It just asks for companies to comply. Like, they basically say, hey, do this or else. But then it's just like, or else what?
If they don't comply, and if OpenAI allows people to make copyrighted material, they open themselves up to copyright lawsuits.
Right.
So they expect that they'll listen, right? That's the only thing that really can be said there.
But it was also reported that before the launch of Sora 2, apparently OpenAI did contact studios and like talent agencies and stuff to give them the option to opt out, but it never specified which studios or companies they actually contacted. So it's like up in the air whether they contacted anyone in like Japanese companies and stuff. I feel like the way that it's worded,
yeah,
they were mostly talking about like Hollywood. OpenAI did respond. The CEO of OpenAI said that changes would be made to the app in the future, and he said,
"First, we will give rights holders more granular control over generation of characters similar to the opt-in model for likenesses, but with additional controls." Which sounds like bullshit, but hey, here we are.
But he did just say that's harder too.
It's harder to do, but there are ways to work around it.
Right.
So GZDoom, the source port for the original Doom, which a lot of mods and stuff were used and created on, whatever, was created by, I think, a team of people, but one of the team leads is named Graf, who has a history of just being a pig-headed, petty, fucking...
He's an asshole.
He's an asshole. Decided to use AI, ChatGPT, to generate some code to detect if dark mode was enabled on Linux. And the first time that he did this, it broke the code. Now he fixed it straight away. He updated it. The community was pissed off at him. Said, hey, this isn't okay. You can't do this. A lot of people bitch that AI code is stolen code. What?
How do you... So I understand like some code might be like not patented, but like kind of patented, depending on like how unique, I guess.
Okay, no, the reason that people say, thank you, Johnny actually put this correctly. So people say that whenever an AI codes, it's stealing code without giving credit from places like GitHub and Stackflow, which are coding forms, or whatever GitHub.
No, I didn't know people cared about.
Well, sure, because they're not getting credit. So they'll figure out something really ridiculous. AI will just scrape the code and be like, hey, this works, bump. And then you'd be like, I did it. Now, it's fine for personal projects, I think a lot of people will agree with. But when you put it out there and say, I made this.
Okay, I understand that. Okay, that makes sense.
Now, that's not to say that Graf did that. He did put in the code that ChatGPT told me this was the best way to do it. That's what he said in the code. But after he was called out for it, and after everyone had gone out of their way to call him a piece of shit for it, He did retreat the code, but he then doubled down that it's totally okay and that AI is going to be here to stay. Habba dabba dee doo, right? As it does. And this is just an aside to the rest of it. When everyone was pissed off at him, he did just say, well, just fork it, right? But the way that he said it was, fork it under A.
What does that? What does that mean?
No, I don't know. It's just a masterclass of English language, I guess. So with Graph being a pompous asshole, one thing that people didn't like is that there was a setting that was always on by default that no one liked. And the moment that the community turned their back on Graph and forked his product, named it something different. This one is called GZDoom. It's the most popular one so far, I guess. GZDoom has become more community focused. One of the first changes they made was getting rid of the setting that he refused to change because he liked it more. He also put in this code into the master file, which is the one that everything deals with, right? The one that everyone downloads, without having anyone test it.
Well, that's dumb.
Which is why it broke the first time he compiled. But he's like, I fixed it. It's fine. I didn't mean to press it into the master. But he did. And that's how everyone found out. It's just really bad.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that's that.
Next story is that they're going through more Pokemon leaks. So the most recent thing about Pokemon that's been posted is basically what Game Freak has planned for Pokemon up until 2030. But this was all stuff that was gathered from last year's big
teraleak.
Oh yeah, teraleak, yeah. So it was from that, but like I guess it only got posted now after the release of ZA. So we'll talk about what was leaked first. There was supposed to be like a companion app for Sword and Shield, but that got scrapped. Kind of like the Pokewalker stuff, if anyone remembers that.
I'm so mad that they got rid of that. That would have been such a smart idea, but okay.
That would have been smart, but that probably would have been too hard for them. I'm only gonna notate like the ones that stuck out to me, but there was a lot.
There was a lot
that was posted.
Yeah.
So like another one is called Codename Seed. And that is supposed to be a Pokemon MMO that connects Hoenn and Sinnoh. Yeah, I saw a Pokemon MMO and I'm like, oh, so they're only now thinking about that after Power was released? Okay.
Well, no, that's incorrect. It's not that they just thought about this now. This may have come from the teraleak, which is older than, right?
Okay. And then, but the big one is that there was info leaked about the next generation of Pokemon that's set to release, I think, in 2030.
Yes.
It's Codename Gaia, but the actual titles are supposed to be Pokemon Wind and Storm.
No, it's called Wind or... Okay, no. It's Wind or Storm / Wave.
Oh.
It's Wind and Wave, not Wind and Storm.
Whatever. I think the one that people are most interested in is the setting, which is supposedly like a jungle-like area, but also inspired by like Indonesia or like the Southeast Asia area.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Concepts are that you're not going to be from like a small town or anything anymore. It's going to start off in a tourist city and you're going to be like a tourist. But the hotel that you're staying in or like essentially is going to be like the online hub, which I think is a cool idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'll give you Game Freak. Well, Game Freak, I know you're good.
There's that. There's the obvious rival person who's supposed to be like the child of the hotel owner.
Let me take over this bit. The hotel thing in general is a major theme. And the whole plot of Wind and Wave was the chairman of the hotel wanted to make a world and a place where Pokemon could coexist.
Because that's not already a thing?
Because I guess they're not already existing But anyway, his kid died to a Pokemon. So he decided instead of making a utopia where Pokemon and people can live together, he decided instead to push towards land development because now he hates Pokemon.
It's not his kid, it was a kid.
No, well, I mean, okay, if it's a kid, whatever. Child died to Pokemon.
Yeah, so all Pokemon are bad.
All Pokemon are bad. So the whole evil team are a bunch of of land developers. All of the challenges or the gyms or whatever you want to call it are going to be inspired by the 18 Sustainable Development Goals, which are things like no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being.
You can finish the game without like completing all the gyms and challenges and stuff, or getting the legendary Pokemon, but in order to get like the true ending, you'd have to go through all of that, obviously.
Because someone cares about a true ending in a Pokemon game.
People are like completionists with Pokemon games, though. You know that. Also, like the gimmick for this generation or that generation, which is apparently supposed to be like weather-based attacks. But also, I'm like with the whole weather system and stuff. I'm like they kind of tried doing that with Hoenn already. Like cast form. They're also like, yeah, you'll be able to explore the water and go underwater and stuff. And like, again, that's stuff from Hoenn.
Anyway, besides the underwater exploration, they'll also have procedurally generated islands that you can explore.
Oh, yeah.
For some fucking reason.
I think it's kind of like you're able to build your own like little island hub thing.
That's bizarre.
No, you know what that is? Also from Ruby and Sapphire? The hideouts.
Oh, so they're just remaking Ruby and Sapphire.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck them.
Yeah. Remember the hideouts? Those were nice. Those are cute.
Yeah, they were in Ruby and Sapphire.
Yeah.
Like the remakes that I bought you and you never played.
Yeah, anyway. So, concluding all of the leaked information and stuff. So, Centro Leaks, Twitter account.
It's a Twitter account that reposts other leakers' stuff.
Yes. So, they were the main people talking about the Pokemon leaks and the teraleak?
Yes.
Teraleak information. But essentially, Nintendo DMCA'd them over the information that they were posting about the leaks.
Which was a 4D chess move by Centro Leaks, as he knew that if they took him down, everything he posted was true. So it really confirmed pretty much everything, including the returning Pokemon list in the Legends ZA DLC, which was really big, but we can't post it because
of the DMCA.
But more than that is the fact that not only did Nintendo DMCA the actual information with pictures, which is fine, they had absolute honest and justifiable reason to DMCA that. What they didn't have justifiable reason on is to DMCA text-only posts that had no proof behind them. Something that Centro has taken a large smacking to, going so far as to saying, to the Pokemon Company, we cannot tolerate the abuse of DMCA to remove posts that contain only text with news value and do not infringe on Pokemon's copyright in any way. That post does not include any illustrations that could be seen as making false claims about your company. In the future, for such abuses, we will send counter DMCA notices.
I don't know. First of all, I don't know if they can actually do that.
What do you mean?
What does a counter DMCA? What is a counter DMCA? Because it sounds like you're basically saying you can't take this down because this content that I wrote is mine now.
Yeah, right. Because there was no verifiable proof of that what he was saying was correct.
What you were saying earlier about the 4D chess move or whatever about him saying all this stuff being taken down means it's true. I don't think he actually meant to do that. I think he just said that because he's being petty.
No, the stuff in particular that people were concerned about, the DLC for Pokemon ZA that you would get if you, you can't. You can only pre-order the DLC. And so by them taking that down, that confirmed that list.
Okay.
So I do genuinely believe he did not care about that stuff getting taken down. But it also confirms everything about Gen 10.
Oh, what you're saying is they can't DMCA then because it's not
real.
Oh, okay.
You nailed it. You got it. I saw the gears turn and I knew it.
Okay.
Anyway, so TLDR by Digimon. You tell me what you guys think this is. First off, this is a 7-minute trailer. We're not watching all of it, but I can already see Destiny.
It's such a long trailer.
It is. I just need everyone to take a look at this. God, it really is Destiny, isn't it? Destiny Halo, right here, right in the background. Halo.
Wow.
Halo Destiny 40K Horizon. Okay, here's... I'm not usually on Sony's side when it comes to video games.
Yeah.
You know what Alloy looks like.
Yeah.
Behold, not Alloy.
They made an Asian hot version of
They made an Asian hot version of Alloy.
To live in this world which spirals against time.
Look at it! Okay, so you guys have a good idea of this shit. Okay. So, do you remember the story?
Of Horizon?
No, of Tencent and Sony.
No, you'll have to remind me. Didn't Tencent try to acquire?
No.
No? Okay, I
You're
don't
so
know.
bad at this.
I have a small brain.
Yes. Yeah. Mhm.
Temu Horizon.
So Sony pulled a patent lawsuit, copyright lawsuit, a lawsuit against Tencent. Hey, you stole our fucking idea. Tencent said that Sony's lawsuit was an overreach to what they were doing, and just said that it was more like, you know, Legend of Zelda, Far Cry. I believe they said it was like Ark in the way that the dinosaurs have laser beams or whatever. I don't remember exactly, but according to Sony, they were just like, yo, no? Can we injunct this guy, please? This is stupid. This is quite literally an issue that's causing confusion within the Horizon community because the main character stands, in the main trailer, stands and looks into the horizon as Alloy does. And so people are now already confusing Light of Motiriem
Okay.
with
Like
doing it. Yeah.
With like a sequel or whatever,
Yeah.
essentially.
What's even more shocking that apparently it's already interfered with plans for Horizon's future. Which good, because that shit needs to die. It had one good concept and then they I'll never not be mad.
No matter who loses this, I'm gonna be happy. Enough Resident Evil.
Actually.
So next, like, it's a story, but it's like a cool story, I guess. Apparently GOG had to desperately try to convince Capcom that people wanted the very original Resident Evil trilogy.
Yeah.
And Capcom was like, no, but we have the remakes. Everyone would prefer the remakes, blah, blah, blah. But obviously, like, they released the original trilogy, and they proved Capcom that they were wrong, because the original versions have a 94% positive reviews, and it was reflected well in sales as well.
Yeah.
And the article that we were looking at for this goes over like statistics of like gamers and why things like that would
Do better.
Yeah, why like retro games would still do well even now. Apparently gamers over the age of 55 make up like 22% of quote-unquote gamers.
Oh god, that has to be true.
Yeah, that's a good chunk.
Oh my god, we're old.
Good chunk of gamers.
Well, yeah, but they were in the arcades, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But also, what's weird is that like the over 55, apparently they use mobile the most though.
That's not that surprising.
It's mobile and then PC, which is dull.
First off, as everyone knows, if your game's on GOG, it's going to be DRM free.
So the reason why it's DRM free is because DRMs they age. Making them DRM free makes it a lot easier to access. Basically, their preservation program, they're trying to get as many, if not all, like quote unquote retro games into their library. As long as it's supposed to be on GOG, you're supposed to be able to play it.
Oh.
And not have to worry about like the specific so and so that you need in order to play the game or whatever. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so no CD key, no check-in on a server like some games used to have, no registering the code, nothing like that. So it's free for, okay, that is very cool.
Yeah. They wanted to put like 500 games on their library in the beginning of the year, but now it's a lot harder than they originally thought, I guess. So it's only like about 300 or 350 by the end of the year is probably what their actual goal is now. But anyway. And
they've also put the games into the preservation program so that it has a lifetime guarantee. So you should always be able to play the original trilogy of Resident Evil, which I guess now we have to since Ellie doesn't even fucking know who Wesker is. We got Ubisoft news. And this is something that I can talk about because I played it 2 hours ago. The Crew 2 has gotten its offline mode and it's snarkily called hybrid mode. The thing about the hybrid mode though is that they didn't add anything. The Crew 2 is primarily a multiplayer game, which is online multiplayer. Unlike the Crew 1, which had a whole story mission and shit, which pisses me off more that they took it offline. Anyway, so the Crew 2 doesn't have much in way of story. It doesn't have much in way of single player activities. There are things to do, but not a lot. But so hybrid mode is a way for you to play your game offline by exporting your online save to your offline game, to which you can do whatever the fuck you want with. Another thing that they pointed out is that everything that would be multiplayer in the offline mode, like not replaced by ghosts or any kind of like AI. Okay, so crew credits, which are the microtransactions, are no longer available in offline mode. Live summits, which are like live races that everyone can do together, those are no longer available. Pretty much all of your multiplayer content is no longer going to be there, which include the cool PvP, the cool crew mode, the everything involving crews, really. The news feed, which, oh no. Leaderboard, ghosts, and stats. Stats will no longer be able to be used online, so fuck you if you like your stats, I guess. Also, some of the hobbies are no longer available, and for those, all of you, because no one plays the crew, hobbies are like making cool custom cars, or hey, I like driving this one type of car more, or I like doing just this plane. Yeah, some of those will no longer be available, as well as some of the achievements will no longer be available. They apparently have said that they're possibly going to do some stuff here. Let me get the exact wording. With this update, players can now switch between the original online experience and a brand new offline mode, letting you enjoy the game even without an internet connection. This represents a major milestone in our ongoing commitment to ensuring long-term access to the Crew 2 for all players. To me, that says they might be adding shit later on.
I think it was just them being snarky.
They are being so fucking snarky. They are so fucking mad.
Tomonobu Itagaki, yes, the creator of Ninja Gaiden and Dead or Alive, has passed away. He was 58 years old.
Can you tell how much she fucking cares? All right, so now coming from really?
It doesn't even say like how he died.
He doesn't. They're keeping it private. On Facebook, he had scheduled a post stating the following: "Words to leave. The light of my life is about to run out. The fact that this sentence has been posted means it's finally time I'm no longer in this world. The last post is asking someone special to me." That's cute. "My life has been a series of battles we stayed winning. I've caused a lot of trouble. I stand my beliefs and I owe it. No regrets. I just feel so sorry to all my fans for not being able to deliver my new work. I'm sorry. It is what it is. You know what, woman? Be gone. Be gone, woman. This is mankind. So, for the men in the audience, unlike this thing, who doesn't understand, not only is I know, right? Right? And you're just like,
Does it have meaning to him? Or is it just like a... Oh, okay. Anyway.
You wouldn't understand. It's a man thing, okay?
Okay.
Harada, who is the creator of Tekken, who I think even Ellie knows Harada. Harada and Itagaki had a very vicious rivalry. Their rivalry was played up for competition between the two companies, Tekken and Dead or Alive. And because of that rivalry, a lot of developments were created for the fighting game community. So to see Harada genuinely upset at his passing, yeah.
Oh, okay, that's sad, yeah.
It's actually very sad. The last message that Harada received from him was, let's go drinking, let's make some noise soon. Yeah, thank you.
That's sad.
What really,
okay.
Yeah, what really, 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 really sucks, and this isn't part of the story more than it's just me being really sad. He's not going to be around for the release of Ninja Gaiden 4. Which was...
When is it set to release?
Monday.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. For those of you who don't know, let me explain. Final Fantasy Dissidia was a fighting game that featured all Final Fantasy characters originally on the PSP. You know this game.
Yeah. Okay.
You liked this game. We've played it. Dissidia 1 and Dissidia Duodecim were fantastic. And then they released Dissidia NT for the PS4 for $60, which I purchased. It's a 3v3 MOBA, and it was garbage.
You know that when you bought it?
Nope.
Ooh.
Anyway, I guess Square Enix doesn't know how to fucking learn from their lessons, because Dissidia Duelim Final Fantasy has come out, and it is a 3v3 MOBA gacha game. But wait.
Gacha?
Yeah, it's a fucking gacha. But wait, there's more. As everyone can see, these are some very notable characters. You have Cloud. You have Lightning. Who the fuck is that in the bottom left-hand corner? Anyway, you want to know what they did? What do you think they did?
Are they in the gacha?
No, look at the costumes, you nerd. Anyway, so they took all of the characters from Final Fantasy and they modernized them to put them in modern-day Tokyo.
Oh, that's what they did. Okay.
The only one that this fits is fucking Prompto.
Yeah. I mean, what's her face from 8? Looks okay.
Rihanna?
Yeah.
Rana
fine.
Ruru?
She looks fine.
I guess. Who the fuck is this? In the bottom left-hand
The
corner.
goth chick? I don't know.
I have no idea who that is. I genuinely don't know. Let's take a look. We have Warrior of Light. Is that supposed to be the Warrior of Light? Oh my god. Kane Highwind, Tara Bradford, Cloud, Renoa, Zidane, Lightning, Gaia, and Prompto.
You know who would have been cool?
Who would have been cool?
Lulu, but like as a modern day goth.
Shocking that they didn't have that fucking foresight. Out of video games, and finally into Fieren news.
So the 15th volume of Frieren is supposed to come out in December. And afterward, the 2 creators of Frieren are going on a hiatus because health concerns. Surprise, surprise. What mangaka doesn't have health concerns at this point?
It's not just a hiatus. It is an indefinite hiatus due to health concerns.
There's that, but like also like whenever they do come back, pacing of the serialization and stuff it's probably going to be affected too. So it's probably going to be out slower than previously.
I mean, yes, you're right, but anyway, this is a very strange story.
Yeah, I think that even that's the story.
That's the story. Sakurai is getting his own fucking manga, which is kind of cool, I guess. Of all the people to get one. Sakurai absolutely fucking deserves it.
Hi everyone, this is Skull, the editor. Those two boneheads are already tired, so I'm taking over the reins for the end of this video. We don't have a BAB this week, so we're gonna get right to the schedule and games coming out. We got a lot of releases this week, including Ninja Gaiden 4, Rest in Peace Itagaki, Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2, only get at that if you're a fan of the World of Darkness, otherwise don't bother. You got Painkiller 2025, don't bother. Dispatch I've heard a lot of good things about. You got Double Dragon Revive, a sequel to Power Wash Simulator, and Chicken Run. Chicken Run! And here's their schedule for the week. On Thursday and Friday, the two will be playing Eye of Judgment. On Saturday at 9 p.m. CST, we have our Necro newscast every week. And Sunday, the two will be playing Elden Ring. And that's it for this week's Necro News. That was a long one, wasn't it? If you made it this far into the video, post a, "Oh, I get to choose the emoticon this week." Emoticon? God, I'm old. Anyway, I choose a skull because I'm creative and not self-centered at all. And as always, a very special thank you to all our channel members who support us in doing dumb things on video and on stream. Genuinely, thank you. Don't forget, we have our Necro newscast on Saturday at 9 p.m. CST. We're going to try and keep it there, but we will keep you informed if anything changes. Well, that's it for this week, everyone, so until next week, take care of yourselves.